Okay, so yesterday we have seen the formula of data rate versus signal, right? So this formula is nothing but it is a S equal to N. Okay, S equal to N into 1 upon what? R. So this is a formula of data rate signal. So we have defined the data rate bit and signal. So here N is nothing but data rate, right? And R is nothing but number of data element in one signal elements. The value of R in the analog transmission is and follow, that is R log L. So let's see the example here. Suppose, and let's type the example first, then we will discuss. Okay. Then an analog signal. Okay, an analog signal. Okay, carries 4 bit 4 bits per signal. An analog signal carries 4 bit per signal element. Okay, so this is your example. If number of signal elements if number of if number of signal elements sent per second is 500. Okay, number of signal elements sent per second is 500. Okay, so calculate the heat rate. Okay, so here R is given 4, right? Because the an analog carries R bits, that is R is equal to 4. Okay, and S is nothing but 500, that is the second in 500 calculate. Okay, so S is nothing but 500, and we have to calculate what? N. Okay, we have to calculate N. So we know that the formula, right? We know that S equal to N into 1 upon what? R. So we know that S equal to N into 1 upon R. S is nothing but 500 equal to, and we want to find here, right? And we want to find here, so N into 1 upon 4. So we have to do this calculation here, this and this, right? So we have to calculate here. So N will be 2000, 5 for the 20, right? 2000 bps. So this is the short example of bit rates. Okay, so here bandwidth required for analog transmission of digital data is is proportional to signal rate, that is bound rate. But this is not true for FSK system. This has been discussed. Okay, in the conversion of the sending and high frequency signal, which act as the basic signal for transmission of information, is produced. This signal is known as a carrier signal or carrier frequency. The input digital signal, which is the information carried, such as amplitude, frequency, or phase. Okay, so types of carrier modulation here. Carrier, there are three basic types of modulation technique for the transmission of digital signal. These modulation methods are based on three characteristics. Okay, signal, amplitude, and frequency, and phase. So corresponding modulation method are called amplitude, that is a ASK, FSK, that is a frequency shift key, and phase shift key, and this last one is the QPSK. Okay, quadrature phase shift key, and QAM. Okay, quadrature amplitude modulation. So this is the diagram of first one, that is ASK. So, okay, so let's discuss first this diagram here. Means let's discuss our first point, that is ASK, amplitude phase shift key. Okay, okay, let's see this. So this is the carrier modulations method here. Okay, so in this is the ASK, that is the amplitude shift key. This is the diagram of amplitude shift key. Okay, so here is a form from amplitude. Okay, amplitude key is a form of amplitude modulation that represent digital data as variation in the amplitude of carrier waves. In in an ASK system, the binary symbol D amplitude carry wave and fixed frequency for a bit duration of t second. An ASK, that is the amplitude shift key, also linear and sensitive to atmos. Okay, it's a sensitive. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, so here ASK is a also linear and sensitive to atmospheric noise. Okay, so distortions, propagation condition on different route in and so on. Both ASK modulation and demodulation process are relative inexpensive. The ASK technique is also commonly used to transmit digital data over optical fiber. For LED transmission, binary 1 is represented by short pulse of light. Okay, binary 1 is represented by short pulse of light, and binary 0 is absence of light. So where light is present, that is the binary 1 is displayed. When absence, in the case of absence of light, binary what, of course, binary 0 will present, right? So represent short pulse light, and binary 0 by the absence of light. Laser transmission normally have a fixed base, okay, current that cause the device to emit a low light level. This low level representation binary 0, while a higher amplitude light will represent binary 1. So the simplest, most common from ASK operates as switch using the presence of carrier wave indicate binary 1 and its absence indicate binary 0. So always understand that or whatever present in carrier wave, that is indicate binary 1, and absence is indicate the binary 0, either it's light or wave. Okay, the simplest most common from ASCII operate the such switch using the presence of carrier wave to indicate a binary 1 and its absence to indicate the binary 0. This type of modulation is a call on off key. Why we call on off key modulation ASK? It's a type of modulation we can say on off key because because binary number is present on, and 0 is present off. Okay, and it's used at radio frequency to transmit Morse code. More sophisticated encoding schemes have been developed which represent data in groups using additional amplitude levels. For instance, a 4-level encoding scheme can represent 2 bits with each shift in amplitude. 8-level scheme can represent 3 bits, and so on. These forms of amplitude shift key require a high signal to noise ratio for their recovery, as by their nature much of the signal is transmitted at reduced power. So ASK system can be divided into 3 blocks. The first one represents transmitter. The second one is a linear model of the effect of the channel, and the third one shows the structure of the receiver. The following notation is used, that is H of F. You can see here this H of F is the carrier signal for transmission. H of A T. Okay, HT. This represent carrier signal for transmission. Then this represent impulse response of channel. Okay. And this represent N of t is there here. This represent noise introduced by channel, and this represent this hr of hr of f is the filter at the receiver, filter at the receiver, and this l is represent here. L is the number of lever that are used for transmission, and TS is the time between generation of two symbols. Okay, so these are the some point which showing the I mean this is the representation of particular points. So different symbols are represent with different voltage. If maximum allowed value of the voltage is A, then all the possible value are in a range minus A and plus A. Frequency shift key. FSK FSK is the digital modulation technique in which the frequency of the carrier signal varies according to the digital signal changes. FSK is the scheme of frequency modulation. The output of FSK modulate waves is a high in frequency for binary high input and is a low frequency for binary low input. So here is depending on high and low frequency. The binary 1s and 0s are called mark and space frequency. So here in frequency modulation, frequency shift key is the digital modulation technique in which the frequency of the carrier signal varies according to the digital signal changes. So here FSK is a scheme of frequency modulation. The output of FSK modulate wave is high in frequency for binary high input and is a low in frequency for binary low input. The binary first S and 0S are called mark and space frequency. The following image is the diagrammatic representation of FSK modulated wave along with its input. So the FSK modulator block diagram of two oscillators with block and input binary sequence following its block diagram here, FSK modulator here. Okay, oscillator is there, two oscillators is there, right? And one modulator wave is there. You can see in this diagram. These two oscillator F1 and F2 producing higher and low frequency signal. So it is used to produce signal which will be high and low. Okay, signal are connected to the switch along with an internal clock to avoid the abrupt phase disconnectivity of the output waveform during the transmission of the message. A clock is applied to both are oscillators. Internally, the binary input sequence is applied to the transmitter so as to choose a frequency according to binary input. Okay, so here phase shift key is a digital modulation process which convey data. Phase shift key is a digital modulation process which convey data by changing the phase of constant frequency, a reference signal. So carrier wave, the modulation is accomplished by varying the cosine input at the precise time. It is widely used for wireless LAN, RFID and Bluetooth communication. Any digital modulation scheme use a finite number of discrete signals to represent digital data. PSK uses the finite number of phase, each assign a unique pattern of binary digit. Okay. So usually each phase encodes an equal number of bits. Each pattern of bits form the symbol that is represented by the particular phase. The demodulator which is designed specially for the symbol set used by the modulator. So here it's determining the phase of the received signal and maps it back to the symbol. It represents recovering the original data. This requires the receiver to be able to compare the phase of received signal to a reference signal, such as system is termed. Okay, so here binary phase shift key implementation is there here. So binary phase shift key is a method of digital communication. Okay, so phase shift key is a method of digital communication in which the phase of transmitted signal is vary to convey information. So here the transmission signal is vary to convey the information. There are several methods that can be used to accomplish PSK. PSK, that is the phase shift key. So a digital modulation scheme that convey data by charging the phase of carrier wave. Okay, so it can either determine the absolute phase retrieved to the number of carrier or reference signal to the change in phase. The number of different phase used determine the amount of data that can be transmitted in each cycle. So there are two types of phase shift key, that is binary phase shift key and converter's phase shift key. So binary phase shift key. Okay, so binary phase shift key. This is a one type, first type. So in BPSK, that is a binary phase shift key, also sometimes called PRK. That is a pass phase reversal key. Okay, PSK, also called the PSK PRK. Sorry, phase reversal key, or you can say 2PSK. That is it simplest from the phase shift key. It is used to this binary shift key is used to phase which are separated by 180-degree. Okay, so it is used to phase that is which is separated by 180-degree, and so can also be transmitted to PSK. It does not particularly matter exactly where the points are positioned, and in this figure, they are shown on the real axis at 0-degree and 180-degree. So this modulation is the most robust or PSK since it takes you can say the highest level of noise or distortion to make the demodulation reach in incorrect decision. Okay, so it is however only able to modulate at one bit symbol, and so it is unsuitable for high data rate application. Okay, so this is about the binary shift key. Then QPSK. Okay, so here the to increase the bit rate, we can code two more bits onto a signal elements. So the QPSK, we parallelize the bit stream so that every two incoming bits are split up, and PSK carry frequency. One carry frequency is phase shift 90-degree, from other is quadrature. The two PSK signal are then added to produce one of four signal elements. So advantages of this two PSK is, okay, quadrature amplitude. Let's see the advantages. It allow data to be carried along a radio communication signal much more efficiently than the frequency shift key. Quadrature phase shift key is another form of data transfer where four phase states are used, all within the 90-degree of another. Disadvantage of this, it is non-current reference signal. It produces more incorrect demodulation because the error can integrate with the time since the reference signal for demonstration is not fixed. So application of this that is optical communication, local oscillators, delay and add demodulator, non-linear effect for WDM transmission, and multi-channel WDM. Then amplitude of QAMP. Okay, here the this QAMP modulation, QAMP utilize both amplitude and phase components to provide a from a modulation that is able to provide high levels of spectrum uses efficiently. QM quadrature amplitude modulation has been used for some analog transmission. So it is used for the analog transmission here. So included AM stereo transmission, but it is for data application where it has become into its own. It is able to provide a highly effective form of modulation for data, and as such it is used in everything from cellular phone or to Wi-Fi and almost every other form of high speed data communication system. Okay, so here what is QAM? Okay, quadrature amplitude modulation. What is it? So QAM is a signal in which two carries shifted. It is a signal in which two carries is shifted in phase by 90 degree. That is sine and cosine. You know the sine and cosine, right? You know the meaning of sine and cosine. You have studied. So this is the one minute. Okay. So QAM is a signal in which two carries shifted in a phase that is nothing but sine and cosine are modulated and combined. As a result of their 90-degree phase difference, they are in a quadrature, and this give rise to the name. Often one signal is called the in phase or I signal, and other is the coordinator of Q signal. The resultant overall signal costing of the combination of both I and Q carries contents of both amplitude and phase variation. In view of the fact that both amplitude and phase variation are present, it may also be considered as a mixture of amplitude and phase modulation. A motivation for the use of quadrature amplitude modulation comes from the fact that straight amplitude modulation and signal that is double sideband, even with means the carrier occupy twice the bandwidth of modulation signal. This is the very wasteful of the available frequency spectrum. QAM restores the balance by placing two independent double sideband, okay, carry signal in the same spectrum as one ordinary double sideband suppose carry signal. So here, so this is about the QMP and FSP. So here the in the modulation process, two signal are used, namely modulating signal and carrier. The modulating signal is nothing but the baseband signal or information signal, which carry is high frequency scenarios signal. So in the modulation process, some parameter of the carrier wave, such as amplitude, frequency, or phase, is vary in proportion with the modulating signal. The result of this process is called as a modulated signal. This modulated signal is then transmitted by transmitter over a communication channel or medium. The receiver will demodulate the receive modulate signal and get the original information signal back. Thus, demodulation is exactly opposite to modulation. In the process of modulation, the carrier wave actually act as a carrier which carry the information signal from the transmission to receive. So this is a similar to the situation in which person travels in the car or on his bike from one place to another. The person can be viewed as a modulating signal and the car or bike as the carrier signal. So I hope you're getting the point. Modulator and carrier signal, right? So need of modulation. So a question may be asked when the baseband signal can be transmitted directly. Why to use the modulation? The answer is that baseband transmission has many limitations which can be overcome using modulation. Okay, it is has explained below that in the process of modulation, the baseband signal is transmitted. Okay, shift from low frequency side and frequency side frequency spectrum. So here the frequency shift is proportional to the frequency of carrier. Advantages of modulation is reduction in the height of antenna, avoid mixing of signals, increase the range of communication, and multiplexing become possible, and it improve the quality of reception. So this is the advantages of modulation. Modulation is nothing here. Modulation and carriers are there. Means in the modulation process, two signals are used, namely modulation signal and carrier. Modulation signal is work like a bike and car, and what, and signals work like a what like person. Okay. So this is about your modulation and carrier signal. Amplitude modulation or amplitude modulation with full carrier is the process of changing the amplitude of high frequency carrier signal in a proportion with value of modulation signal. So this is about your modulation and QAM. Okay, in next lecture we will see the next one chapter. Okay, so FM, that is advantage, disadvantage, application of FM. So FM is improve frequency modulate, that is improve the noise immunity. Low power is required to be transmitted to obtain the same quality of received signal at the receiver. FM is a transmitted covers larger area with the same amount transmitted power. So here disadvantages of FA is a very large bandwidth is required, since the space wave propagation is used, the radiant transmission is limited by the line of sight. So, okay. So today's lecture over here. Thank you.